was trying to beat a case.
It is what we heard on the first day of the murder trial for Texas rapper Tay-K. His real name is Tamor McIntyre, and he was 16 when he was accused of killing Saldivar.
Tamor Trayvon McIntyre, aka Tay-K, was born on June 16, 2000 in Long Beach, California. His father, Kevin Beverly, is a member of the Baby Insane Crips gang and lives the gang life so hard that he goes to prison when Tay-K is still a child. Because of this, his mother, who is also a Crip gang member, moves with Tay-K and his sister to Nevada. At that time, Tay-K was only 8 years old. When his father was released from prison after a while, Tay-K and his family moved to Texas with the intention of finally getting out of their misery. There he went to school and met new friends. Two of them are Pims and Santana Sage, with whom he spends most of his time hanging out on the streets and getting into mischief. They mostly listen to Chief Keef and drill music, so in 2014, they decide to rap themselves. They form the group Daytona Boys, record a few songs, and release their first song, Drift, on SoundCloud in December. From that point on, they regularly release music, tried unsuccessfully to get attention as a group, and even performed at local parties in Texas. And on New Year's Eve, after yet another party performance, something happened that changed Tay-K's life. He was charged with his first murder charge. Tay-K, his Daytona Boys, and two unknown persons leave the aforementioned New Year's party and get into a car together. They drive off until they stop at a red light and see a car in which 4 people, 2 women and 2 men who were previously at the same party, are sitting. Sarah M., the 20-year-old driver of the car, doesn't even notice the boys when she stops next to them at the red light. One of the Daytona Boys rolls down his window and starts flirting with Sarah. He becomes more and more intrusive until one of the 2 men sitting with Sarah in the car also rolls down his window and makes a statement to the boys. He threatens the boys with violence, not knowing that they are armed. As the conversation gets louder, Santana pulls out a gun and shoots the car twice. 1 bullet hits Sarah in the head, killing her instantly. Santana is arrested shortly afterwards and charged with murder. He was sentenced to 44 years in prison. Tay-K was also recognized, but got away because he was still a minor at the time. And instead of learning from the situation, he became even more violent after the incident. June 26, 2016, Tay-K and 6 of his friends want to rob a drug dealer named Zaguri. They hope to get drugs and money. They send 3 women to the drug den, where Zaguri does business to check it out. When one of the women signals that it's clear and unlocks the door, Tay-K and his boys storm the place. They turn everything upside down, but can't find anything. So they start threatening Zaguri. He keeps saying that there is nothing in the flat. This makes one of Tay-K's friends so angry that he starts shooting. 1 shot fatally wounds Zaguri, while his girlfriend is sitting next to him. A witness who was also in the flat was also hit. After the shooting, everyone flees the flat. Of course, the police knew immediately who was responsible for the action after they left eyewitnesses. They arrested all 7 people. But since many of them, just like Tay-K, were still minors, and an indictment against 7 people is anything but easy. All 7 who are suspects get an ankle monitor and have to stay at home until the trial. But after 8 months, Tay-K had had enough. On March 27, 2017, he cut off his ankle monitor and fled. And as if that wasn't enough, he tweeted, "Fuck this house arrest shit, fuck. They're gonna have to catch me on hood." He flees to San Antonio. But even that doesn't stop him from continuing his criminal activities. Tay-K and 2 accomplices are sitting in an SUV when they see a young man with photography equipment and decide to mug him. They drag the man into the SUV and start beating him. The man is able to escape from the car and runs away screaming for help. The driver of the SUV then drives off and rams the fleeing man so hard that he slams into the windshield of the car. One of the young men gets out and shoots at the man on the ground. After the shot, they fled the scene. And all this while Tay-K was already on the run anyway. But it gets even worse. A month later, on May 25th, Tay-K attacked a 65-year-old man and threatened him with a gun. He beat the man unconscious, who was then found sometime later by a jogger. The old man was able to identify Tay-K from photos. When things got too hot for him, he fled to New Jersey and recorded the song and video that would make him a star a short time later, The Race. But the 17-year-old won't really notice the success. On June 26th, the police released mugshots of Tay-K, which led to him being caught 4 days later, and on that very day, a buddy of Tay-K released the video for The Race via Tay-K's Twitter account with the words, "Feds can't hold me back, here it go." In the video, he raps about how he is on the run and that he is sometimes even fleeing from mugshots. He shows weapons, gang signs, and the place to which he fled. On top of that, the song has a good hook and a nice beat. It couldn't be more real. That's what the audience thought too. And while Tay-K is waiting for his murder trial, the song goes viral. It enters the Billboard charts at number 70 and even climbs to number 44. The song has since gone platinum, and many big stars like Tija and 21 Savage have made remixes of it. And the internet has also made him a real myth. Tay-K is reported on everywhere. In July, his mixtape Santana World was released, which reached number 128 in the charts. While all hell was breaking loose outside, Tay-K was in jail and the judge ruled that, although he was a minor, he would be treated as an adult. The request for bail was also rejected. You might think that he would finally calm down in prison, but that was not the case. Upon arrival, he beat a fellow inmate and was stopped by guards as he repeatedly slammed the fellow inmate's head against the wall. He was caught smoking marijuana almost every day and even dealing drugs. He threatened guards and a cell phone was found on him after a search. Apparently, he was even able to enjoy advantages in prison because of his fame. Due to all his actions, Tay-K is then transferred to another prison and even has to go to solitary confinement. But even that doesn't stop him from posting a photo of himself in his cell on Twitter. He is in solitary confinement for so long that he goes crazy and is carried out of his cell in a straitjacket. He even founds a gang behind bars. You don't have to be the smartest person to know what happens next. On July 15th, 2019, the first day of the trial, he was found guilty of robbery in 2 cases. 4 days later, on July 19th, he was found guilty of murder and a 3rd robbery. And again, 4 days later, on July 23rd, 2019, he was sentenced to 55 years in prison. With good behavior, he could be out in about 30 years. But from what we've heard about him, he'll be in jail for life. For me, a basic requirement for rap is realness. But what are we talking about here, man? Innocent people have lost their lives for no reason. And then, Tay-K names his mixtape Santana World after his buddy who shot a woman for no reason. Nah, man. I'm out of this, bro. Still, you can see what happens when a kid is born into the gang life and takes on role models like Chief Keef. I really wonder where all this shit is going, man. Because now, there are even rappers who take Tay-K as their role model. But that's a story for another video. Stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.